Boom, you're back on the reel with Cuddy Bird.
And my main man, Big Head Bruce.
What's up, guys? Hey, man. First of all, Sunday, April 14th.
Sunday,
I mean,
April
you just
14th.
said all that. We were just talking about what the date was.
Yeah, right.
Hey, man, Sunday, April 14th, man. My baby gets to play in her first game today. Good luck, baby. Go out there to flag football team. She playing flag football as a freshman. Congratulations. Go out there and kill it. Your hands are already better than your daddy's, and everybody that knows me knows that.
Yes, we are so happy for that.
Man, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. We love you guys.
400
subscribers, man. The views, people are starting to really, they're catching up on older videos, man. Love y'all, man.
Hey, I love it because that's 100 more than Leonidas took to that job, man. The army's built.
Hey, man, we're building. We're building. We've been doing this a year, man. We got 400 subscribers, Bertie. How's that make you feel?
Man, I feel real good, man, just to see us keep climbing. And I don't care. We even took some time off and to see there's still people that are still building the interest. Yeah. No lie. You already know y'all super supporters. We love y'all to death. Y'all know y'all stayed the ones that stay tuned. No matter what the show is.
Hey, man, this episode today, man, we got some things that make you go, 90s people, CNC Music Factory.
Some things to make you go, ooh, a lot of that going on around.
Right. Now, before we get too crazy on that, I want to say that in 1993, I lived in Menneson. We lived on Othello Avenue. We was coming up just a little bit. We got to move out the projects and moved up to the house, right?
Yeah,
right. And in 1993, they had UFC 1. UFC 1, the Ultimate Fighting Championship 1, and we was privy enough to watch it because it cost $9.99, and my dad loved fighting. Why was
I privy enough to watch it?
Because you was part of the family.
KK damn for one.
But so with my father sitting there, me, my brothers, all my brothers. I mean, there was probably, I don't even know how many, but I could tell there was a good bit there. There was a good bit of us there, right? Yeah. And we watched the first UFC. I tell you that to tell you this last night. UFC 300 was on television.
That's crazy.
That's insane, ain't
it? We old.
No, I'm getting
300 UFC. You know,
I'm just. I got experience.
I'm lying. You believe that, but I'm just saying that number's climbing. So 300 UFCs. Right. That's dope, man. Shout out to Dana White and them, man.
No doubt. And I forgot to put the damn timer on. Luckily, we started pretty quickly.
Yeah,
because I told them boys watch the first minute 30. Yo, fellas, it's coming. So this is what I'm getting to on that. Last night I watched the UFC 300. My son Bruce invited some of his homies, man. It was like five dudes. These dudes are all 19, 20 years old. And something that has always made me think, and I even used to be like part of the problem and still say it every once in a while, but every generation says it about the generation that's coming up. Mm-hmm. They're soft and they're this and they're that, and we all got something to say, but I'm going to tell you, the 5 young men, including my son Bruce, first of all, once again, I'm proud. The young men you brought into my house, so respectful yesterday. It was so dope, man. I mean, I got to watch UFC 300 with my son and his friends,
that's
but
super dope.
They're a little older. But I'm gonna shout out Connor, Harper, Kenny, Christian, and Poob. I'll tell you that story too. But these dudes, man, was all here. We enjoyed the fight. We had food, man. We enjoyed. They enjoyed themselves like 19 and 20-year-old young men, but we're so respectful. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys just for being good dudes, because it's cats like y'all that when my mind goes to, man, this newer this generation coming up is soft and or they're this or that or they're disrespectful little bitches or blah blah blah. I'm like, no, they're not, because I was just around 6 of them last night and it was dope. One more thing, Harper, I told you, Leilani, this young man is 19 years old, is still with his baby mom. They together. They moved away from the area. They still together and got a 2-year-old baby. Leilani Happy, I just wanted to say your name on camera, honey, so you can hear it. Leilani. But yo, keep doing your thing, man. Every single one of you guys, man, keep doing your thing.
And that's why we wake up and go through our days and go back to sleep and wake up again is because of what? That flash of hope.
That hope.
Because, and I want to see people, we don't want to be saying they're soft, they're this and that. No, I want to see respectful and all that. I want to, like, there's just so much dumb shit, and I'm glad that this episode is things that make you go, because there's a lot of shit going on around us and throughout this world that a lot of us should be saying, what the hell?
Right.
Like in Philadelphia, kids shot up the last day of Ramadan. What's going on?
Right.
Yeah, you understand? Like,
this one.
They're having a celebration. All the Muslims getting a thing, and somebody, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Like,
now you know there's some people. There might be a couple of folk watching this and saying, "Who gives a shit? They're Muslims."
They're people.
Right, and look, Ramadan's a special holiday.
Exactly, and they have
they're coming together, and they should not have to. But that goes back to things we've said from the first episode, though. Courage, man, cowardness. Yeah. I mean, that dude. These people that do these mass shootings, I don't give a fuck if it's in Philly or where it's at. You're a coward, man. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if you have mental illness. I don't care what you can't give me an excuse for going in there and just kill it. Trying to harm a bunch of people.
That ought to rejoice and having a good time.
Yeah, period.
And I
don't give a goddamn what their religion is.
I say this all the time, and I always did. And there's a dude, there's a song about a party or a gathering of celebratory situations should not require guns.
I mean, right? You would think that.
Yeah, you like we're having a good time. That can't nothing good come out of that. Only thing's gonna happen out of this is a bad decision over what? Some dumb words. And that's what's going on. We got to stop this. Like, black community, we really got to lock in and stop killing each other. Every single last one of us deserve have a part in something. White communities too, because you know what I mean. Like, we have to stop this foolishness. It's bad enough our government want us gone.
Yeah,
you understand?
You can say white communities too, but let's just be realistic.
No, it's very prominent.
It's a lot more prominent in the underprivileged, but you know, society as a whole is going to call them the black communities because you know that's what because that is where they need to feed. That is how the media feeds the bullshit, man. So they're gonna say black community. So we always acknowledge that.
And that's all you see. Like there's probably communities where there's good things going on.
No doubt.
But the only thing you're gonna see is this person harmed this person, this person harmed this person. Until we start lifting each other up, we will always fall to hell.
And that's why we do this.
That's all of us.
That's part of the reason that we do this too.
Absolutely.
So we can lift up and we can show some of the positive things, and we're only reaching 400 people right now, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna get big. These just good things get bigger, and we know, and they get better, and it is, man. The shootings, the shit that's going on in this world. I mean, in Hollywood.
Oh my God, Bruce, things that make you go. You know, it's so crazy because you're a little kid, you see these little kids.
Diddy's out here tripping. Man, you can say what you want. You can put the spin on it however the fuck you want, Bernie. Diddy and his homies is out here tripping.
Diddy's out here tripping.
These motherfuckers are literally out here, and they've been doing it for years, and we've been rocking to their songs.
Dude, I feel like I might have been a little bit homosexual because of the shit I was repeating.
I ain't going that far.
Just listen to what they had us saying, though. And we never caught this shit at all. And I think Puffy wrote some of Biggie's lyrics. And I really do. And this is the only reason why. This man said, when I met you, the first thought was a trick. You look so good. I suck on your daddy's. Why did you suck on the daddies with your name? And there's so much other shit on the woman. We was in the locker room. You look so good. I was like, no.
You know what's funny though? I wasn't that dude in that locker room. Hey, that was the verse of the song I didn't say.
You was Pearl jamming.
Fuck it, I was Pearl jamming to that one, baby. Because there's no doubt. But
you don't catch it.
Here's my thing about
thing that they're doing to them little kids is ridiculous.
Here's my thing, man. We got So you got Diddy now. We had Epstein who hung himself in a cell after he beat himself up a couple years ago.
Now he beat himself up.
I was the CEO, man. Listen, I already know how the inner circles work.
Yeah.
First of all, Epstein beat himself up, then he hung himself, right?
Yeah.
Diddy.
Diddy, man.
Diddy, if Diddy is,
it's a legend.
Here's a problem.
It's a legend.
Here's a problem.
And once again, this is for educational purposes only. Don't do no crazy shit to us. We just call it shit.
Yeah, don't come, man. Because I'm going to catch one of you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, really.
Best believe I keep loaded shit on me all times. But no,
yeah, somebody coming with me.
Yeah, so it ain't going to be easy, motherfucker. I don't care what kind of trick. But here's my thing, man. In our society, especially in the United States of America, because of the way the news angles are and the media, I'm not knocking the media, because fuck, we're part of the media now when you think about it. But in America, you are still innocent until proven guilty. You are innocent until proven guilty. The problem is, in this country, we forget that often. We forget that often because what did they do? They blew up the spot and said, yo, Diddy did this, Diddy did that. Game time?
Yeah, but I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do I have to wear my contacts? I feel like I can see fine, but like
I think you should, but whatever you think. You guys excuse us?
We don't care. This is live. Yes.
This is live. We ain't editing this shit out either, motherfuckers. Hey, whatever you do, love you. Have a great game.
Good luck, babe.
I love you.
Okay, so back on this. Innocent until proven guilty. We have a major problem in this country because the media immediately gets shit. And look what they did. They got this Diddy shit, and I've went through some of it. There's too much to go through, and I'm not spending every waking hour reading about these people, right? That's not my stuff. I just got the basics, and I'm like, this man's been charged with a lot of things. Normally, where there's smoke, there's a little bit of fire, right? I mean, that's you talked about it out in the garage.
Where that smoke is at? There's arsons all around that
There's
shit.
a big ass flame.
Hell
It's just
yeah.
burning.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Motherfuckers is dropping matches.
Yeah,
and they're dropping matches
got
and
gasoline all over that joint. That shit is stretching. Right. It's ugly. You understand? Because
but it's Hollywood. You said something about Hollywood. I'm taking it there to take it to this. Hollywood is a fucked up place.
And could you imagine knowing what Hollywood is now, and imagine when you were in kindergarten and you hear them little girls and boys like, I want to be an actress, I want to be a superstar, I want to be this. No, I'm so happy that none of my kids made it to none of that shit. Because what the hell is wrong with y'all nasty ass people? Right. Real shit, and everybody's guilty, Bruce. Everybody's guilty. Everybody is guilty in that situation.
If you heard rumblings that there was some shit going on, if you had an idea, if you saw some shit, if you was in the same vicinity, you are guilty, man.
You're guilty and you're a fucking coward.
And a piece of shit.
And a piece of shit, bro.
No doubt. And I don't care if you're P. Diddy.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Or you're fucking Donald Trump. And I'm saying that everybody, if you went to that motherfucking island, if you're part of this motherfucking game,
man.
I mean, and you know the real cats that aren't, man. And the craziest shit to me is that now, so we got these sick ass crackers out here that been doing this shit, right? But now it's going to the hood.
Yeah.
It's touching more than the white community.
I can't to me,
this motherfuckers, this ain't a black and white problem.
What did we say before? Pinky and the brain ass billionaires. Like, do you really think that you could do this? Like, I don't care if you're a grown man and that's what you do. Okay, that's fine. You're a grown man. You made that decision. Brainwashing them little ass kids. Justin Bieber, my man. Little Canadian boy.
What do you mean by you're a grown man? That's your decision. What do you mean by that?
Because they talking about Meek Mill Diddy pipe Meek Mill.
They
grown.
Oh man, yo.
If Meek Mill pipe that, I don't care. Pipe. I ain't listening to your music no more.
No, not at all. But when you get 17 years and younger.
Yeah, come on, man.
You're sick.
Yeah, that's sickening.
You're sick. When you're down to 12 or 13 year olds, I promise you, and this is real. Y'all know we real as fuck. I promise you, when you down to them little ones, y'all motherfuckers lucky vigilante shit ain't out no more because I'll get me a posse and find all you motherfuckers.
And it's so crazy that this shit is coming out with Diddy and Meek Mill because one of fucking Meek Mill's albums, Dreams and Nightmares. How ironic.
This is why you do this, because you know this shit.
This is how ironic. Dreams and nightmare. My dreams are to make it to be a successful thing. My nightmare is there's a man trying to.
Or it's everything I gotta go through in this industry.
To get it is a nightmare.
What do we not know about this industry right now? What are the things that
right? What's in the dark?
What's in
what are y'all into? Like, and how did y'all get there? And who the fuck is going to make the change?
That's where we're at. Like, Hollywood is a sick fucking place, and
the whole thing they locked up. Fuck your nice house.
Yeah.
Fuck your cars. Fuck that bank account. Fuck all that shit. Y'all dudes are fucking sickening. You're the grossest people in the fucking world right now, and you're making a mockery of this whole fucking country.
Absolutely.
Because people look up to y'all goofy motherfuckers, and y'all are doing us like this. Get the hell out of here, man. There's a little kid that want that spot. They want to be that. That's truly their dream. They busting their ass to get there, and then when they get there, that's what the fuck y'all doing to them? Kiss my black ass, dog. Real shit, and that's from the heart. Should nobody have to go through that shit, man. To watch these motherfucking little B2K dudes and the Justin Biebers out here looking all fucking sad and fucked up because y'all little goofy motherfuckers did some old poke ass, fuck ass shit to them. Real shit, and I get mad about that shit because the motherfucker tried to do it to me. Real shit, you fucking nasty bastards. Let them fucking kids live, man. Fuck's wrong with you sick bastards? Don't stand for shit. Fuck everything over there. Real shit. Stupid motherfuckers. That's where you get your motherfucking noodles off at. Ant dick bitch. That's why you playing with kids. You can't please a woman. Fucker. Can't stand y'all motherfuckers.
I'm gonna step in here because I don't want my homie to strip the fuck out on me. Because, I mean, he is real as fuck, but I can see veins popping out the side of his motherfucking head from where I'm sitting.
Dog, it's fucking disgusting, bro. Real shit, man.
You know my point because I've spoken on this, right? There's a, listen, man, we talk, I think they understand where we're coming at. I wish more people would feel that way.
Coward.
So there's something on Netflix. It's called Unlocked. I want to just talk about it real quick. It's called A Jail Experiment, and it's in a county. I can't remember. It's a show on Netflix. I might want to check out. What they're doing is these inmates, troublesome inmates, all of them, they got serious crimes. And these inmates been locked down 23-1 most of the time, right? They don't come out. Long story short, this sheriff went in and said, hey, we're starting a new program for 6 weeks. We letting y'all out your cell. We're gonna let y'all run this as a community. Now you can see how things roll. You can see who's the leaders, the blah blah blah. You can see all this, right? But I think it's dope just because it's this. I'm not by no means. Everybody knows if you watch this show. I was a SEAL for 12 years. I'm not the inmate lover, but I'm also not the inmate hater. I'm not gonna fuck with somebody and fuck with their time just to fuck with it because I get my rocks off that way. Like that's never been me. But I will say that prison has laxed a little bit, especially for some of these cats who don't do enough time. But just this man, what he's doing, I think is a great thing. But it goes back to something we've spoken on before too. Is our justice system. How fucked up our justice system. You got cats out here who are selling drugs. They get caught on their first offense. They go to prison because most of the time they're a black man. They go to prison for 7 to 12 years. For selling drugs. That's not saying we're not saying it's what you're supposed to do. It's the right thing. What we're saying is somebody did what they had to do. They get 7 to 12, but yet back on the Diddy and all these sick freaks.
Dan Snyder, you ain't off the fucking Snyder, you bitch.
Dan Snyder, Jeffrey Epstein,
Dreams and fucking Maxwell, all these people. Bruh.
The crazy shit is though, all these people, you have sex offenders, and most of the sex offenders that I come across were white males. A lot of these sex offenders, they're doing 2 to 4. They're doing 3 to 6. Half the sentence of a man. Look. So our justice system, this goes back to the whole Diddy thing and the whole Hollywood elites. Our justice system in this country is fucked, dog.
This is why. And that's why the justice system is fucked with me. And I always said this and I'm going to keep saying this. You remember the 3/5 compromise?
You know what? There's some people break it down real quick because there's some people who might know what that.
After they freed the slaves, they only told they were only 3/5 of a man. So basically, you're 60%.
Yeah.
if you take some of these times, like, and I'm talking about compared crimes, like you're a white man, you go to jail, you did the same thing, you get caught with a fucking ounce of weed, I get caught with an ounce of weed. If you look at it, the black man damn near gets a 60% upgrade. You understand? So your sentence is going to be 3 months. Might as well be.
And you hear what the crazy shit is? This ain't just us throwing numbers out there.
Yeah,
these are real numbers. Y'all can take your time later when you're done on this show, and you can look up the numbers and look this shit up. And
it's pretty close. You're going to see it's pretty damn close.
It's extremely close. When you see like the numbers, yes, like if a white male and a black male have the same crime, about 75% of the time, that black man is going to do more time.
And this is how
that's realistic.
For all African Americans, they're probably going to feel something like this. If the justice system you got to understand, these were rich white men that wrote this. That's what the Constitution's about, and that's why I can't believe it was never.
No shit, is that really
right? So okay. Listen. This is the thing. To most black people, people say you're innocent until proven guilty. That's not true in the black community. You're guilty until proven innocent because you don't have the money most of us don't have the money for bail.
Dog, but that's the thing. It's not
so
just
you're
the black
you're in jail.
But it's not just the black community. It's the poor community. The poor community. Yeah. But not only that, it is literally in all communities you're innocent. You are now guilty. In all communities. It don't matter. Guilty. Diddy's guilty.
Guilty. Yeah.
He's already guilty.
He got fried by the
Trump is guilty.
Fried.
Trump is guilty.
I can't believe
they're all guilty.
Dog.
All these but what I'm saying is all these people are guilty.
Yeah.
So they're still guilty. The whole innocent until proven guilty just doesn't but it applies even more because of what you said in the black community. There's people, they don't have the ability to get that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys
doing properly, like you could just say, hey, I'm going to give you my ass house.
Because a motherfucker might be able to come up with that money, but now you got to answer the question as to how he came up with that money.
Right.
Because we know motherfuckers didn't come up with that money, but they're not coming up out their pocket because now they're putting other people at risk. I mean, we don't personally know people, but right. I'm just saying, we have heard stories.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
We know how this shit work.
Yeah.
Real shit. We know how this shit work. And it's so unfair. And you just hear talks of it. You hear talks, prison reform, this and that. Boom. Ain't none of that. I don't believe that no man. I feel like molesting and murder is like two of the worst things you could do. Molesting and murder.
Okay, I'll stay away from murder, but molesting is period. It is the worst thing you do.
Murder. I just say murder, not killing, because sometimes some people got to do what the fuck they got to do.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Right. And I don't think they do.
Right.
Now they do.
Right.
Now
Yeah. I hope I clarified.
Now they do.
Yeah. Right.
Sometimes a motherfucker sometimes a motherfucker get a punch in the mouth.
Right. But
sometimes a motherfucker get a punch in the mouth.
Yeah. Some people deserve
it. It happens.
But you can't tell me that this man went up to this little kid and raped him. Educational purposes, R them. We'll say R-word him. You know what I mean?
No, raped him, man. That's a fucking real word.
And he gets less time than a man that sold some shit to another grown-ass person.
Right, I don't...
Make it make sense, because it don't make
because it don't, because...
Their math is not math.
Once again, this will get us way off topic, but it goes back to... This goes back to our country, where we're at now, where we should be. The fact that Thomas Jefferson, like I've said many times before, Thomas Jefferson, if he was alive today, he'd said, you're all fucking retards. He said, y'all dumb motherfuckers. Make some amendments. Change this shit.
Yeah, right.
This shit ain't supposed to be. This shit was meant for 1770 motherfucking 6. It wasn't meant for 2020 motherfucking 4
at all.
It wasn't.
And we still...
But we got these dumbass politicians. How the fuck a politician go to work, get a salary of $150 a year, and in 3 years worth $42 million?
I remember when I was younger, I always thought we needed war.
All these things make you go, motherfucker.
Yeah, hell yeah. I always thought we needed war. I'm like, okay, we're in war. I was damn, our soldiers got to go. Hope they handle their business. I hope they handle their business. I was a grown man. I'm looking at this shit. All our lives in the balance. Over 450 motherfuckers. Decide if we live or die. If somebody want to nuke us or the fuck not.
And let's talk about...
I don't agree with what the fuck them motherfuckers is doing. Why I gotta die?
And let's talk about these cats that are... Hi, Ava. That's Cardi Bur's daughter.
Mm-hmm. She looked just like me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I look like my mom.
Well, you just said you look like your daddy, but he's brown. That's what you just said. You look like your daddy, but he's brown, and you're not.
Hey, they're making cameos all day today.
Go ahead.
Y'all gonna mess around me, my whole family.
Hey, fuck, hey, we been trying to do it. You got 2 of them.
All right, hell yeah.
But hey, where was we at, man? We was.
Oh man. Oh, the people in politicians.
Oh, yeah. The bottom line is, man, this is another topic we can spend too much time on.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We know that politicians are crooked, but if you're out there and you really don't think that, you really think that the government's in your favor and the government's work, there are some people in the government
that are really doing it for what it's meant for.
There are, and it's the younger ones that are trying to change, but it's still the whole thing of, when slaves were freed in this country, when slaves actually, when black folk, let me rephrase that, I'm sorry, not slaves, but when black folks actually got all their rights. It wasn't until, once again, 1964, which was such a short time ago. 1964, it's such a short time ago. And a lot of these people that are in power, or either in power and just coming into power at that time, or they were raised most of the people that are on the Senate and Congress and shit like that, they're 50 years or older. They're our age or older. And a lot of those people, let's just be realistic, even our age, they're still that mindset is still been in there. Mentality. So that's something we talk about a lot, man. But to keep on the subject of where we're going now, the prison system, we're talking about some celebrities and stuff. We lost a great football player. We lost a great football player who had some questionable things occurrences in his life. O.J. Simpson, man, just died at 72 years old, man. I want to get your take on this.
You want to know how I take?
Absolutely.
R.I.P. to the Juice Man. And I'm sorry, this country made it this way. He was proven innocent.
The justice system
said that this was an innocent man.
It actually worked in favor of black.
But if you ask OJ, he's not black. He's OJ. Yeah. Do you understand? I'm not black. I'm OJ. He said that his own self. That's a quote from him, his own self. So I feel like, yes, he had some friends in some powerful places, and they were able to move some things around. There was a lot of questionable shit though that happened throughout that case. You understand?
A ton of shit.
Yeah,
y'all wasn't familiar with it. We watched the dude drive around in a white Bronco
at the slow speed chase.
Yeah, right. Down the California highways.
Yeah, AC Collins. Man. What's your take? I just feel like his life was never going to be able to get back to what it was after.
Absolutely not. After what happened,
he got demolished.
I think OJ was one of the best running backs and one of the best football players that ever played a game. His accolades speak for themselves there, but I also think OJ. We talked about it. OJ didn't kill these people for a reason. OJ murdered these motherfuckers because he wanted to. OJ killed them people.
Do you really think OJ did it? You want to know who I think did it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I think his son did it.
Oh shit!
If you look at the pictures from the trial and all this,
I'm not getting into all that. I just know. I think, Bruce, in my opinion, OJ.
He had mental issues.
Okay.
He has, man.
Yeah. That's a big thing.
I'm leaving for the law.
The bottom line is the justice system.
We lost a great football player and a questionable fellow.
There you go.
We lost a great football player and a questionable
fellow. Now, in my opinion, he did the shit. The motherfucker lost his way a little bit in his mind.
I think that OJ was innocent.
Okay. Two different opinions.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's not don't have to do with black and white. I really feel like he was innocent. That was a situation that was too much fucking.
Too much.
You would be a plumb dumb motherfucker to leave all that shit there.
Listen, there was.
Do you know that there was people?
Dog, do you know that there was people? Did you know that there was people on that jury that they did interviews afterwards, and they were like, "Oh, we were ready to find him guilty." She said we were ready to find him guilty. They said the prosecution fucked up their own shit. They trying to plant evidence and doing all this shit. Because guess what?
I felt like
if you didn't know, and listen. Once again, this does not know. I have 24 friends if not more, that are in law enforcement, that are police officers, and I know that the people I know do good things, but let's just be realistic. From the small little towns that we got around here to the big old cities, guess what? There are people in power in the police force that are corrupt. It is a habit. People, this shit happens. Like, all these things that make you go, these are all things that make you go, You go, what the fuck? How did this happen?
Man, things.
It happens, man.
It happens.
It happens, bro.
And the old fella told me this. My son's great grandfather told me this. He said, "We expect so much, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings. There's decisions that you're going to make that were some people cross lines, man. Like,
I mean, we've all made decisions that
hell yeah.
Some of us, it depends on how you live your life.
Right.
You either live them decisions and you regret those decisions, or you look back on decisions and you can't move forward. And sometimes decisions we've made, you have to be able to push those to the side to be able to move forward. Man.
You better be able to put that shit in the back of your mind.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. You was talking about the old man. I'm sorry.
No, you're cool. I already said it. That's what he told me. You understand? Like, they're human beings. Because I used to have a thing all the time, like, and then we forget that.
Yeah.
There's no one perfect. But back to the OJ thing, I want to ask you this. Do you think he planned it? Or do you think he went up there and seen him doing some shit? And
honestly, I really haven't thought that much on it, but now that you're asking me on the spot, I think OJ had a plan. He just didn't know how he wanted to go about it. I think OJ did, and I think he just had a plan, and he just didn't know how he wanted to go about it.
To me, if you think he had a plan, I don't think there's no way he could have did it. Because if you planned that shit and left all that shit there, gloves, socks, and all that shit, you deserve jail.
That's back to my point about I don't think it was left there. I don't think he's that dumb. I think that was
you think the prosecution fucked it up with the extra shit?
I think there were police officers that planned it.
Oh,
evidence showed up late.
Marky Furman, we saw what he did.
Evidence showed up late, man. Yeah. I think that some of that evidence that happened to just show up, it wasn't there when he left the place. When he did his deed, or whoever did, because innocent until proven guilty. The man's dead now. I'm not shitting on his soul at all.
Hell no.
What I'm saying, I said he was a great football player, but just to talk about this thing,
and he was an okay actor. He was shit.
Yeah, he was okay.
Shitty.
He was pretty bad. Yeah, he was. But real no, man. He, I think it's more of what we see. It's more of what we see. As big as the Jeffrey Epsteins and the Bill Clintons and the P. Diddy's and all these cats that are we talked about cat but all these cats that are doing all this shit in that elite, because Diddy's elite.
Yeah.
He's in the elite club.
Oh, they mad at him. But
they mad at him. But
yeah.
They're elite, right?
That 1%.
And I think that's grown more than the 1%. I think the 1%,
the
elite is still there, but I think there's like 20% under them now that they have, especially the way the social media goes.
Yeah.
Like, there's too much now, and that's why I think things can get better and can get worse, and that's why I still have hope because of social media, because of and
that's the only place you're going to get a good story.
I do want to say something real quick, just because this is because of social media and because we're talking about this shit and every woman has the right to be treated equally in every aspect of the day, and I'm a full believer in that. I mean, I'm cool. I know there's people that I know that don't like to see women sportscasters and blah blah blah. But my thing is, women should have the same pay if they're doing the same job, as long as they're doing the same. It's good or better. Yeah, that should all be equal. But the one thing that I do have a problem with, and this is a problem, and with things like the Diddy thing, is the Me Too people. Everybody, if you got people coming out that say I was, touched 27 years ago, or I was touched, and I'm not saying that I don't believe them. I'm still compassionate for them. I still, hope I hope that it's not true. But my thing is, everybody's got a Me Too now, and don't believe just because somebody says that something happened to them that it truly did happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and I know it, and that's me leaning on the innocent until proven guilty, because, man, anybody can say anything, and I know this, and let's just be realistic. I know this also from personal experiences, being accused of something you didn't do. It's one of the worst feelings, man. And a lot of times, Birdie, those people that will say things and get things started about you, a lot of times those people will be people that see you 2, 3, 4 times a year, maybe 2, 3, 4 times a year. They see you. Maybe they don't even see you that much. Maybe they heard some stuff from some other people that you're like. This stuff happens, man. This is the world that we live in.
Here go my thing, and we're talking about law right now. Due process and statute of limitations. Like, how are these dudes? How are they allowed to do that?
Well, because there's certain crimes that there is no statute of limitations.
I thought that it was only murder.
No.
See,
and I'm not gonna sit here and quote.
Yeah. I don't expect that, but damn, I really did.
No,
I thought
murder. I didn't know of course, is a lifetime.
Yeah.
But there are other things. I mean,
they got longer, or they just.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if they got longer, but the statute of limitations has been the statute of limitations for however long.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not even. I
right. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
But yes, there are statutes. Now there are statutes like perjury. Perjury, the statute of limitations is like 7 or 10 years.
There's a lot. Yeah,
you know,
I know there's a lot that's got that 7 to 10 years thing.
Right, but there are crimes like rape, of course, murder is another one. And I want to say there's even some like RICO.
I'm not saying that shit like I'm mad.
Right?
No. If you're harming people that way,
you better. There's repercussions.
Right?
Because
absolutely.
There's repercussions to everything we do in life. There's people say oh, I don't have a choice, or I didn't have a choice. I hear that. You hear that a lot, right? I'm sure you do too. I didn't have a choice. I had to do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's bullshit, man. Because we have a choice in everything that we do.
Hey,
some of the choices we don't like, but we have a choice.
Yeah. As long as when you're making a choice, you're able to deal with the consequences.
As long as you as
yourself,
the person, it doesn't matter what Tom, Dick, and Harry or your in-laws or your cousins or your neighbors. It don't matter what none of these people think. As long as you can sit with that decision and be good with
don't be no bitch. Don't be no bitch about it. Don't make the decision and then fall back on your decision. Try to get somebody else in trouble, make it like somebody else did some shit. No.
Oh, I mean that happens.
Yeah, live with it.
That happens too much these days.
Yeah,
boy.
hell yeah.
I mean,
and that's the turn of this nation. This nation always been a tough ass place, man. We gotta understand. There's a lot of bitchism going on around.
And it ain't gonna get no easier.
No, hell.
This shit ain't gonna get no easier. Like that's the thing. That's part of daily life. Like life, throughout life.
You see it all the time. I feel like most people will stab a motherfucker in the back to bust them to get ahead. You understand? Just to make them step on anybody. Yeah, like
9 out of 10 people I know would do that.
Yeah, like I don't.
9 out of 10. So that means out of 100 motherfuckers I know, 10 of them I know are solid.
And this is what I love about us. People are getting away from their relationships, forgetting about who you love, forgetting about who was there for you when there was nobody there, forgetting who grabbed you up off of that goddamn wall, who picked you up off your ass. People forget about that.
Had your motherfucking like, hey man, like you didn't have to worry. You never worried, man.
And so shit. Could you imagine? Like I know a story of this kid just got out of jail down in Pittsburgh. He just got out of jail. Goes and sees his friend. Don't know what his friend's up to. Jumps in the car with his friend. You know what I mean? It's his friend. His friend go get a buddy, sits in the back seat. Dude shoots both of them in the back of the fucking head. Yeah. Like we really forget, and we done made money so important. People will do anything for it, bro.
For that dollar.
Do anything for it. I don't want nothing that bad.
No, I mean I damn sure don't want nothing bad enough to where I'm putting a knife in anybody I love's back.
Like I don't
if
want.
I got love for you,
I don't want nothing.
I mean,
I
mean, especially these days, I'm not putting a knife in nobody's back.
Right.
Maybe back in the day, if we see the eye to eye, shit, you might have got the knife in the back. I'm just gonna be real with y'all, motherfucker. I'm not gonna bullshit you. If I got love for you, you know it. But if there was turmoil and we didn't like each other, you can eat a
especially
you can EAD, motherfucker.
Yeah, especially if you know, motherfucker, like if I know you, if you think like me, if I know you a motherfucker that think like me, hell yeah, I got
get you first, man.
My shit going, I'm on your ass, yeah, for real, you know. Hey, it is what it is. You know
I mean, and then we're not saying that's right.
No.
But we're also saying that we've done a lot of things that ain't right. But we're also in our 40s now, knowing damn well we made mistakes. We've got friends who are millionaires. We could probably be millionaires with them if we wanted to. You know what I mean? If we would have put the work in, that effort. But
when we first bumped back into each other, when you came to my house after you went to fucking after you came back from St. Louis. Was it St. Louis? Gary. When you came back from Gary, and when you came to my house, and you was like, I was complaining about something, and you said, he was like, no, he was like, you're not perfect. He was like, you made mistakes. Own up to them. And until we had that conversation, I really was hiding behind them.
And that was what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was
41.
Yeah, yes, I'm pretty sure.
So you mean you changed in your 40s?
Yes, hell.
You mean they can't teach an old dog new tricks?
They can't.
I hate that motherfucking saying, but go ahead.
You told me that. You understand? Like, dude, you gotta fess up to your. And one of the biggest things was with me, and this is where you really helped me. Like, I never forgave my father, and that was a problem, Bruce.
Yeah, dog.
That's a problem because I'm living in that guilt and that gook. You understand? Like, you got to get the hell out of there because that's holding you back.
And it held you back for 40 some years.
Dog, it's holding you back. You're sitting here making all these excuses. No, it's over, bro.
You just talked about it, though. You're a human being.
Yes.
I'm a human being. I made mistakes. I mean, when I said that to you, I didn't even think that. It took somebody hitting me in the back of the motherfucking head with a baseball bat.
Oh, you got woke up.
And then that drunk, stupid motherfucker to run that truck off my ass. I'm still waiting to see him.
You got put to sleep to wake up.
Hey, and I'll tell you this motherfucker, he was one after the second incident. Now, mind y'all, you know, this was a rough time in my life. And I was out of work for about a year, but after the second incident, I ended up, and him, and he wasn't the only one, but he's sitting here. I had a little stuttering issue. Man.
Oh my God, this shit was terrible. And he gonna keep asking me, no, yes, you're still stuttering. I was like, Bruce, man, you been talking to your people? Yeah, I ain't missed no appointments, because I was worried around this.
Listen, man, but that's dope that even in a time where I was fucked up. Now, and mind you, people, when we say we had got back, listen, we have always kept in touch. We've always been in touch. But honestly, we were them 1, 2, 3 times a year, say what up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's
see you when we see each other.
Yeah, that's what it was, man. And somebody else had said this. Like, I remember there's a nucleus of people that were around when I had nothing. Now, lots not changed. I still ain't got money.
But nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have shit.
Right.
I didn't even have a bank account.
Yeah,
but
shit.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I know that those people that was with me when I had nothing, when I do get something, they ain't wanting nothing from me. And that's just being real. That's real. That's something that we talk about all the time. We have that, and there's not a lot of people privy to that.
What?
There are people privy to that. Maybe they have 1 or 2 people. You know, I'm privy to that because I know that I've got a dozen people. You know what I mean?
I always say this. The most beautiful part of my life is there's no yes men around me. You understand? Like, if I do something, somebody's gonna hold you accountable. Oh my God! And it could go any way. And
that's what probably made us different, even growing up. Even when we did fuck up, even when we were human beings, and we did make mistakes, our mistakes were reconcilable for most. You know what I mean? They weren't things that you can't call back. Like, if I found out, you know, a homeboy that we was hanging out with is touching kids, that motherfucker, don't come around.
And don't come around, and you're getting your ass kicked.
You fuck around. There's no doubt you're going to get your ass whooped if you come around.
Yeah, that's zero tolerance for that. Mm-hmm. Let these kids bloom. They're seeds. Seeds are supposed to grow.
I mean, it's just, in the same token, it's like that man who likes to, you know, beat up on women. And I mean, that's coward shit, bro. That is coward shit. And you know, but you know, the bottom line is, man, we talked about a lot of shit today. We got a lot of shit out there, man, and once again, it's just shit that is going on in our world, man, and
it's ugly, man.
It's ugly as fuck, bro.
It's ugly. And like doing that type of shit is the ugliest. That's the ugliest shit you could do,
doubt,
man.
no doubt.
For real, these little kids don't deserve that shit.
Yeah, so
just like I said, you at the Diddy party, y'all grown. Ain't no little kids at the Diddy party. Y'all doing y'all thing at the Diddy party. Ain't nobody tripping on
Meek
that.
Mill sucking on
yeah,
nuts. I don't give a fuck
about. Go ahead, eat them up, eat them up. Right, I don't give a hell about that.
Hey. Have at it, boy.
Real shit.
Get a surprise.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. But dude, leave these damn babies alone, man. Let them be the stars that they always wanted to be. That's our only thing, man. That goes for all y'all, Nickelodeon, whoever else is doing that dumb shit.
All this dumb shit, man. We can go on that all day. The problem, the bottom line is there is a problem. We know we know that there's a problem, man. So we really. I mean, other than that, man, the day is over. We had a nice another conversation. I told you we coming, y'all, next week.
Thomas Jr., you better hit something today, boy.
Old TJ, it's a big day for you, baby, and have a great game out there.
I love you, boy.
Hey, man, guys, once again, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all for watching. We appreciate the 400 subscribers, man.
Absolutely.
We're gonna go live here sooner or later, but as for today, we done, man.
Love y'all, man.
Peace out.